Okay, so I get quite a few emails here on YouTube, people asking, should I join the Church of Satan? What do you think of the Church of Satan? Should I join the Church of Satan? And my response is basically this. Why? Why do you want to join the Church of Satan? That's the first thing you got to ask yourself. If you're wanting to join to meet other Satanists, don't. You won't. You won't. And if you do, you'll meet a couple. That's not the place to go if you want to meet other Satanists. Here's where to go. Shameless plug. Yeah, but honestly, well, that's true. But back to the Church of Satan. The Church of Satan has evolved since LaVey created it. What was it, 66? It's evolved quite a bit, not necessarily in a good way. Most recently, the most notable change in the Church of Satan is when LaVey died and Peter Gilmore took over. Now, Peter Gilmore was not LaVey's choice. It was actually Boyd Rice. But LaVey, willed the Church of Satan and the administrative authority to Blanche Barton, who had some rough financial times after LaVey died, and Peter Gilmore helped her out, and his wife Peggy Andromeda, or whatever her name is, helped her out, and as a token of respect and friendship, she gave Peter Gilmore the title High Priest of the Church of Satan. So Gilmore was not LaVey's pick; it was Boyd Rice. Boyd Rice apparently turned it down. Long story short is basically this. The Church of Satan has radically changed since LaVey died. I joined in 94, and LaVey died in 97. And the Church of Satan kind of became defunct. They doubled the membership fee to $200. They became a very closed-minded, elitist organization where they project openly the attitude, well, if you're not part of the Church of Satan, then you're not a Satanist. And LaVey would roll in his grave with a lot of the shit the Church of Satan is saying, and a lot of the way they project themselves. That was not what LaVey intended for the Church of Satan, but that's what it's become. It's become a money-making machine to pay Peter Gilmore's rent. Now, is it worth the $200, which is the cost now? Is it worth it? Well, sure. It depends on what your value is. If you need a red card that says what does it say? Citizen of the Infernal Empire, or at least that's what mine said. Something like that. Yeah, it has your name typed on it. It's a little cardboard red card. If you need that to feel like you're a Satanist, then by all means, join the Church of Satan. You'll get a packet of info saying, how now you're part of this elite organization and yada yada yada. Now you're a real Satanist, and if your $200 is worth that, then by all means join, because that's exactly what you're going to get. But you're probably not going to get anything other than that. In fact, a lot of prominent people have left the Church of Satan because of the direction that it's went into, because it's become obsolete. Because of the new administration that is out just to make money instead of actually trying to push Satanism into the mainstream. It's basically filled with a bunch of pencil pushers now, and online gurus. No one's doing shit, and they haven't for quite some time. Let's see, Boyd Rice is left, Rex Church is left. I'm not even going to go into the other names you may or may not know, but either way, there's a lot. The intellectual bulk of what once represented the Church of Satan is pretty much gone. They split to do their own thing, because Satanism is about individualism. You don't need a church. You don't need to be a member of something to be a Satanist. In fact, Satanism champions individuality. It's adversarial. It champions so many things that the whole concept of a church and the identity, symbol, and badge that you need, and the recognition, it's just enough said. I could go on and on about this for a long time, but I'm not going to. But yeah, that's my take. Join the Church of Satan if you want a red card that says now you're a real Satanist and you think that's worth $200. Otherwise, save your money. We all go through the Anton LaVey phase, the idol worship. I did, in my teens. and I kind of grew out of it. You know, a wise man once said, and this wise man is Jason King, Jason 666 King. You know, LaVey was the doorman to Satanism, and at the time when he said that, I didn't understand exactly what he meant, but now I do understand. Meaning that LaVey did much for Satanism. He's the one that kind of opened the floodgates. He's like the bouncer at the bar that opens it up for people to come in. But by no means does he stop there. And a lot of people in their development tend to not get past doorman. You know, they tend not to go join the party and to find out for themselves and to evolve. They tend to stay with the first person that greets them and introduces them into Satanism, which was Anton LaVey. And again, no disrespect to LaVey, because I got, you know, my whole Satanism is based on LaVey and Satanism. But at the same time, at a certain point, you should be moving on, in my opinion. You should be evolving past that at a certain point. That will happen for some people. It won't happen for others. Some people are content where they are, and that's cool. But I'm just rambling now. I'm not even off the subject. So that's for a different video. There you go. That's my opinion on the Church of Satan.